welcome to another live stream. So, at this point, twin flames are going through a lot of tests and realizations, and one of the greatest realization that is happening at this point of time for a lot of twin flames is that somewhere deep down the divine feminines are working on places inside of them where they feel that their divine masculine is constantly taking from them. So, wherever you feel that your divine masculine is taking from you, it is actually you who is taking from yourself. If you feel like your divine masculine is constantly taking from you, you are not being there for yourself, not being a provider for yourself, not really loving yourself, not really being in your team, not really supporting yourself, not really choosing yourself, and it is because of not really choosing yourself, it is because of not really being there in your team. That is the place where your divine masculine will be mirroring that to you. So, if you ask me how exactly does twin flame mirroring work, well, your twin flame is exactly you. And if you are feeling like your twin flame is taking from you, your twin flame is not there for you, your twin flame is using you, your twin flame is so mean, your twin flame is not talking to you, well, you actually are taking from yourself, not being there for yourself, not being there in your team, not being there in your support, not being there to be there by your side, and that is what is being reflected by your twin flame. So, if you are in a zone where you literally feel like my twin flame is not there for me, my twin flame is not willing to commit to me, my twin flame is not willing to be there for me, if you are feeling all of these things, it is clearly coming from a place where you're not being there for yourself, you are not loving yourself. And the main reason why I came live today is the energy of the collective at this point of time. For those who are almost on the verge of your twin flame union, many of you at this point are going to be clearing issues related to receiving. So if you feel like your twin flame has nothing to do with you, your twin flame literally doesn't care about you, if you feel like your twin flame is not even there in your team, if you feel like your twin flame is just using you, or if you feel like your twin flame does not love you, or if you feel like your twin flame is abusing you in some way, if these are your thoughts, well, these are coming up for many divine feminines and masculines at this point of time. And this very thought process that many are having at this point of time, that the twin flame is not there for you, your twin flame is using you, in all of those places wherever the divine feminine energy in you is not in a zone of receiving, in all of those places the divine masculines at this point are triggering. It's really time to go within and love yourself and be there for yourself in every part of you where you think that the divine masculine is not there for you. Wherever inside of you feel like your person is not there for you, your person's presence is something you are not feeling, wherever you are feeling that your person is not supportive of you, wherever you're feeling like your person is not there in your team, well, in all of those places, you really need to go ahead and love yourself. In every part of your being where you feel like things are not working out for you, things are really getting on your nerves, and it does not make sense to you that why is your divine masculine doing all of those things to you? In all of those places, you are lacking self-love. One of the main things that collective is clearing at this point of time would be the energy where probably your father or mother made you feel guilty for taking something. So when you were born, naturally your parents will be the provider for everything for you. So when your father or mother were providing things for you, which was your natural birthright, you were probably made to feel guilty. And wherever you were made to feel guilty and you really started to be very hardworking, you really started to get into a state of your consciousness where all you could just do was be there for you, love you, and really be in your team so much that even if somebody was giving you something out of gift, you used to start feeling guilty. And probably you were in a state that, okay, somebody has given me something, now I immediately owe something to that person. I immediately need to give something in return to that person. Unless and until I do that, I don't feel safe. So maybe you have been there where you literally used to feel like even if somebody is giving you a small tiny gift or doing a little favor for you, immediately probably you used to feel like I cannot take this the very moment I need to return this favor, because this is a huge favor. How can somebody do a favor for me? I really need to return. So this was a pattern that has been prevalent for many divine feminines, and this particular pattern the divine feminines are clearing at this point of time. So wherever you felt like that, in all of those places, you were really not enjoying the fact that you were receiving. The moment you receive, if you think of, oh, I need to really give back, I really owe this person something because this person did this favor for me, or I really need to return something because this person gifted me this pattern also comes from lack consciousness, and this has more to do with the consciousness of being made to feel guilty. So if somebody, which is your parent figure, has given you something, has always told you that I have done this for you, I have done that for you, these are so many things we have done for you, you should feel so very blessed that we are providing these for you. You should feel so very happy that we are providing these for you. And you should be so much in gratitude that you should always thank your parents for that. And somewhere deep down, when a child is constantly aware with this thought process, the child reaches a state of consciousness where the child no longer feels safe to receive something. The child starts to feel unsafe to receive stuff. The child starts to feel like the child owes something to others. The child cannot really have the joy of receiving something. In this state, the child gets into a fight and flight syndrome. Literally, whenever they are provided something, they just know that they have to go out of their way to really replenish that. because if they do not go out of their way to really replenish that, and whatever they are receiving, if they are not going out of their way to immediately give that back, that child tends to get into a state of guilt zone. And this repeated state of feeling guilty, this repeated state of feeling like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve anything, if somebody is giving me something, I should immediately return. This consciousness gives birth to a state inside the child where the child is always living in that psychology that I am always here to provide for others, I'm the provider, I'm here to give others, I should only be giving, and receiving is wrong. And this is where a lot of divine feminines have been, and this is where the receiving block has come in for the divine feminine. So whether you want to manifest money, or you want to manifest love, or you want to manifest anything on earth, you really need to be in allowance and receiving. So since most and a lot of people here are coming from past trauma, what happens is that the desire to manifest, the desire to receive your manifestation, the desire that whatever you are wanting to receive, the desire that whatever you are wanting to have, that desire of having something, the desire of wanting something, the desire to keep what you are desiring, the desire to receive something and keep it and nourish it, is something that gets brutally triggered in the divine feminines. And this is where the blocks of receiving your manifestation also comes in. So if you are experiencing block in receiving your manifestation, even that is coming from a place of receiving block, and you are having the receiver's block because of these consciousnesses and experiences that you have experienced in your childhood. So all these consciousness shifts that you've had with being made to feel guilty, being made to feel like it's so wrong to receive, that creates a part in you which is constantly hurting and is wounded to receive. So the part of you which is constantly hurt and wounded to receive, that very part is being healed for the collective energy at this point of time. So if you ask me, the current energy for twin flames at this point, the divine feminines are working on this receiver's block. So your masculine can only provide when you get into the zone of working on your receiver's block. When you work on your receiver's block, no longer feel guilty to receive, no longer feel like you have to return something or replace something with what you have received immediately, to just give that back. In all those places, just go and love yourself, enjoy the process of receiving, practice the process of receiving, and nurture those parts of you which are having really difficult time to receive. And as you, the divine feminines, are working on these parts where you are feeling unloved, you are feeling like you're not being able to receive love, as you work on these, what is happening with the masculines is that the masculines, on the contrary, are coming from a reality where they've really provided a lot, and after providing so much, a lot of divine masculines have started to feel like, I'm not just going to provide, I also deserve someone to love me, I also deserve someone to provide for me. I'm not just here to provide, I'm not just here to spend all my money, I'm not just here to only invest alone in a relationship. I also deserve somebody who's gonna be doing a 50-50 share in investment when it comes to any form of investment after marriage, after commitment. And I'm not going to put up with anybody who's just only taking from me, because I am done with relationships in the past where I was the one who was always providing. This is where the divine masculines are right now. They, on the contrary, are frustrated that why me? Why do I only have to provide? Why is it that I'm only giving? Why is it that I am receiving? So, this is where divine masculines are. As the divine feminine works on her receiving issues, as the divine feminine is ready to really nurture the parts in divine feminine where the divine feminine is having a real tough time to love themselves, as the divine feminine loves herself in all of those places, allowing herself to receive, the divine masculine's energy will rather shift from, okay, I'm so happy to provide for my divine feminine, I'm so happy to invest in my divine feminine, and I'm so happy to be there for my divine feminine. I feel so good and comfortable to be the provider for my divine feminine. It feels so good to me the way she receives and respects what I'm giving and nurturing what I'm giving, and the way she nurtures, respects and loves and nourishes and holds what I am giving. Because of that, the energy of provision increases in the divine masculine, and the divine masculine reaches a state of consciousness where the divine masculine can now be a provider again. So the divine masculine is having a block as a provider, and that block is coming clearly from a place of, I have always been providing in every relationship. A lot of people have only used me. Most people were there in my life to use me, take from me, and in every way people just saw and found ways how they could take from me. And nobody has really respected what they have received from me. But I have been the one going on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and I have been the one who's draining in the process of giving and giving and giving and giving. There's nobody who has really nourished what I have given. There's nobody who has really nurtured what I have given. That nourishment and nurturance has not really been there in anybody. So there have been a lack of gratitude in a lot of people, and that is what makes the divine masculine angry. And how can the divine feminine combat that now? When the divine feminine is going in and loving herself, being there for herself, being very nurturing about what she's receiving, nourishing everything that she's receiving, loving everything that she's receiving, feeling complete gratitude for what she's receiving, feeling the sense of wholeness for what she's receiving, feeling the sense of love for what she's receiving, feeling the sense of expansion for what she's receiving, as she receives and nourishes and loves what she's receiving. That nourishment and that nurturing energy will be putting divine masculine to feel good about providing. And the divine masculine, the yin yang force and charge, receiving and giving energy balance is then completed, and that balance would lead to your alignment, unification and twin flame clarity. So if you are seeking for your twin flame clarity, if you are seeking for a transformation in your twin flame journey, if you are seeking for more love, if you really want your twin flame to be there for you, be there for yourself, nurture yourself, and as you nurture yourself and give yourself that love, receive that love, nourish that love, nurture that love, in that essence of nourishment and nurturing, your man shall completely be yours. I mean, Your divine masculine should completely be yours. It's not necessary that a divine masculine always has to be a guy. You can be also in same sex twin flame relationship. So no matter what, it's always a divine masculine energy and a divine feminine energy. Somebody has the masculine energy more and somebody has the feminine energy more. So the feminine energy is the receiving energy, which is nourishing and nurturing, and the masculine energy is the giving energy. So the give and take balance is something that the collective is working on at this point of time, especially for those who are close to their union. At this point, the collective is working on that, and with this alignment happening at this point of time, there would be more twin flame clarity coming in your path, more sense of unification that you will be feeling in your journey, and finally a state of alignment leading to magical transformation and more communication in your journey. For those twin flames who are not having communication or are having communication blocks, it is again in those places where you are not at peace. It is again in those places you are not feeling at ease in this very moment. So in all those places where you're anxious, not feeling at ease, feeling really jittery, feeling really like you cannot be at peace, you cannot really be in the moment, you cannot really feel good about the moment, wherever in those places you cannot really feel good about something, it is about loving yourself in those places to finally feel good and finally be in a zone where you feel completely in a state of less and less anxiousness, and the lesser your anxiousness gets, the faster you will have transformation in your life. So whether you are not even manifesting a twin flame, but you're listening to this because you love me, thank you, and you're just manifesting more love in your relationship in general, in that place also you need to really love all of those parts of you which cannot be at peace, which cannot be in the moment, which cannot be at ease. The moment you start working on every part of you which cannot be at ease and choose peace and comfort and relaxation in this moment, you automatically reach a state inside where you do not have any internal conflict, internal hurt going on, and in a state of complete alignment of internal peace and expansion, you manifest that in your physical reality. To embody that state of complete peacefulness, complete state of harmony, what really needs to be done is nurture and nourish every part of your being and feel the gratitude and warmth of being here and alive, and feel good about that fact that you're alive, and breathe in and breathe out, and just to feel good about the fact that you're alive, and just feel that sense of compassion with the fact that you're alive. It is in that compassion, it is in that nurturing essence, it is in that alignment, it is in that state of feeling so good essence, you will have your union with your twin flame or anybody you want to have a relationship with. So the key to really manifest a harmonizing state of unification is really to choose yourself, really to love yourself, really to nurture yourself, really to be there for yourself in every corner of your being. in every corner of your being, wherever you are not feeling peace, wherever you have a part of you, wherever you are anxious, wherever you are in a zone where there are triggers happening inside of you, in all of those places, you really need to love yourself. So we have a question from I Divine Diamond. So hey, it bothers me that I'm not able to wake up early at 8 a.m. Okay, at least you can please help me, as that really depresses me. Okay, so if you are not being able to wake up at 8 a.m., ask yourself, why do you want to wake up at 8 a.m.? What is the reason behind you wanting to wake up at 8 a.m.? First, as you answer this question, after that there will be a part of you which will be in a state which is kind of guilty. So ask yourself, why am I guilty of not waking up at 8 a.m.? Why am I getting depressed? Why am I sad that I'm not being able to do it? So as you find the reason behind the guilt, further go deeper and understand that why am I, whatever the reason is why I feel bad, maybe I think I'm not responsible, maybe I think that I won't be able to do anything. Why am I being hard on myself? How can I love myself more in these places and be there for myself and provide the sleep to my body and provide the love to my body that it needs? And when I'm providing that love and the sleep that my body needs, is my body feeling completely happy? If it's feeling happy, does my body really need that sleep? As I allow myself to rest, I automatically will get into a zone where I'm no longer pressurizing myself to wake up at 8 a.m. and thereby anything which is like, if I do not wake up, this will happen. So what will happen if I do not make it? If I do not make it at 8 a.m. every day, what is it that I'm going to lose out on? What is the fear of loss? Like, what is it that exactly am I scared to lose so much? So whatever that is that you are scared to lose so much, love yourself in those places, and automatically you will be shifting to a zone where you naturally are waking up at 8 a.m. after you have done the revering work. So ask yourself questions anytime you are feeling bad about something. Immediately ask yourself, why are you feeling bad? Whatever is making you feel bad, if you don't get that, what will happen if you don't get that? What will you lose if you don't get something? Whatever that is that you will lose if you don't get something, what is the pain of losing it? What is the feeling generated from the fear of loss? Whatever the feeling is, which is being fear of loss, as you love yourself in all those places, in the essence of love, you start to feel a state of expansion in that area, and that pattern changes and becomes in your favor exactly how you want it. So Arpita Banerjee has a very interesting question. They are saying synchronicity, especially 222, 2222, 555. Also since morning I've been feeling low and anxious. So signs and synchronicities, angel numbers are definite signs that you are close to your manifestation. 555 is a sign that your manifestation is close, and 2222 is a sign that whatever you are working on for unification, love, that is turning in your favor. You will be receiving justice for wrong karma that you've endured. So if you feel low and anxious after waking up, it's very important to really go within and feel your feelings in the morning. Like, that's what I do every day. So I Divine Diamond has to say, amazing. We'll sit on it and get through on the same process. Thank you for such warm mindset. Thank you. So every day I wake up and first thing I do is I go and check how am I feeling. If I am feeling anxious, low, I will ask myself, why am I feeling low or anxious? So it might lead to the understanding that I'm feeling low and anxious because I don't know when my manifestation will show up, when will I have the clarity that I seek, when I will be in the reality of my manifestation. So if I have that state of consciousness where when will I have my manifestation, that anxiousness, so wherever I'm having that anxiousness of when will I have my manifestation, I'm going to go there and love myself. When I go there and love myself and be there for myself, there will be another layer in me that I'm going to have it right. I'll get what I want right, which is going to be seeking for assurance. As I'll go there and love myself and nurture myself, where the part of me is seeking for assurance, that very moment I'm going to shift my state of consciousness from anxiousness to feeling at peace. So wherever there is anxiousness birthed in you, there's a part of you which is seeking for assurance. Give yourself the assurance, the anxiousness will be gone, and from a low frequency you will get frequency. So we have question from Miss AV Tips. मैंने साइन मंगा था कि वो अगर वापस आएंगे तो मुझे कैमल दिखा, और मुझे कैमल दिखा. मुझे मेरे एसपी का ड्रीम भी आया था और वो मेरे ड्रीम में कह रहा था कि वो आ रहा है. वाओ, दैट इज अमेजिंग. Definitely you are close to your path, and definitely it's a sign. So your dreams do play a very, so if you are close, you will have dreams where the person is assuring you that the person is coming back. You will see dreams and patterns in dreams where the person is coming towards you. A lot of times when people are kind of pushing somebody away and not very sure whether they want to manifest that person or not, in your dream you will get sequels where the person is always going away. In the dream also the person is always going. And in case you are going through that kind of patterns, in that case you need to love yourself again, and everywhere you are hurt, in every part of your being where you are hurt, irrespective of the situation outside, you need to love yourself and nurture yourself and be a provider for yourself and be the one to assure yourself that you shall be there for you, you shall love you, and you shall always be in your team. It is in that essence of self-assurance, it is in that essence of self-love, it is in the essence of self-nurturing energy. You rise and expand beyond all barricades in your reality and experience a glorifying shift. So I have a surprise for you all, by the way. I resumed tarot reading. So I am offering 9 questions reading for only 2199 rupees. And not only that, the 2199 pack has 45 minutes audio recording. So for 5 minutes I'm going to be investing on each of the questions, and we'll do an in-depth analysis of each of those questions. And as I tap in and share with you the messages, you will be receiving 9 messages, actually 9 recordings of 5 minutes each, so total would be 45 minutes So I'm offering 9 questions reading for only line, and that's like a huge for me, because 9 questions at 2199, that's like super duper cheap and super duper affordable. And the reason I did it because I all have a lot of questions and repeatedly all ask questions, so definitely go ahead and book the session. सो मिस एवी टिप्स मैं अपनी सक्सेस स्टोरी आपके साथ शेयर करूँगी. थैंक यू सो मच. So, if you are looking forward to manifest your SP, as you already know, I have various packages for that. If you are looking forward to manifest your twin flame, I have a course for that which guarantees you to be in your union with your twin flame, because I am in twin flame union, so it has worked for me. And it was after creating that course, my twin flame came into my life, and after all the upheavals, here we are in union. So union, twin flame union is real. You can be in your twin flame union, you can be with your SP, you can be married to the love of your life, even if your person is a celebrity crush. Trust me, you can get a session, and it's possible. I've done that myself, so I know it's possible. Everything is manifestable, and manifestation of everything and anything is possible. All you need to do is trust the process. Wherever you can't trust, nurture yourself, love yourself, and know that it's safe to trust, and choose to be in a state of constant peace within. It is in the state of constant peace within you manifest magic in your life. Thank you, and love and light to you. Namaste. Have a great day.